Go live. Now we're live. Now we made it. I think
I don't
third
see it.
favorite finally figured this out.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
I think it's coming.
All right. I know it's on a little bit of a delay.
It's showing up.
I apologize to everybody. I got ahead of myself today and got prepared too soon. And then in the last 10 minutes messed it all up.
Man, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I apologize.
This is
You
our
guys might have to find a new streaming person.
This is our all important April show.
That's true. April
Right.
show.
Right.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
April's show.
Yep.
That we're running. This would be what, April 32nd or
32nd.
something is the day we're having, maybe, I think. But so we are a little bit behind there. But hey,
it just fits right in.
There you go. There you go.
Right in.
There you go, folks. But welcome to the show. I'm Tony Cook, and with me from Spring Creek Model Trains in beautiful Deschler, Nebraska is
Jeff
and Mike from Spring Creek Model Trains. Sorry. Sorry, people. This is long days.
I think this show, though, that's part of the fun.
We try, right?
Yeah.
You see our faults right here with us.
You see us. It's like you just walked in and sat down. And it's like, oh, hang on, I just spilled my Coke. I'll be right with you. Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Man, were you here today or something? You just kind of know what happened.
It's not Monday, but any day we do this show always starts out a little bit like a Monday.
Yeah.
But by the time we're done, it seems like it's Friday afternoon,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. 4:30 Friday.
Oh man. Oh man. So what have you guys been up to?
What has been going on?
Well, lots of stuff.
Yeah.
We've done some shows.
We have done some shows.
Done a lot of shows.
Yeah, Mom and Dad been on the road.
So we had we had the Rocky Mountain out in Denver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did one in Omaha, which wasn't it good to be up in Omaha. It's been a while. We escaped the bad weather, so we'll take that.
Yeah. Feel bad for everybody.
Real horrible for everybody who's going through some
tough times.
Tornado destruction here over the last week. Dad
and Bruce.
Dad and Bruce are in Indiana for the steel mill modelers meet. It's combined with that area's division show, so they're out there having a good time, having fun.
That's Great Bend, I think.
South Bend.
South Bend.
Yeah. They actually made a stop today. Got a phone call. Got into work. About 8:15, I get a phone call. Says, "Hey, go downstairs. Turn on the TV. We're standing in Elkhart, Indiana, and we're waving at you on virtual rail fans."
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
So that was awesome. So Dad and Bruce made it there. So
wow.
We'll have a post that goes out tomorrow showing them standing there.
That's cool.
Camera, but they had a good time rail fanning, it sounded like. So they were pretty pumped
this morning. Awesome. Very cool.
There's a cool New York Central Museum there. Wow. We've only been around the fence, I guess. We were there on a weekend or something we stopped through. But it's pretty cool. There's a lot of equipment there in the background on that camera. So
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like at a depot and across from the main line is
across the main line there in Norfolk.
Very cool. Very cool. What new stuff is in at the shop? I see stacks of boxes behind you as always.
Well, yeah, as always.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have
4750s Trainman.
Yeah, Trainman Atlas Trainman for all 4750s have come in. We got all the P40s in store now. From Atlas and the locomotives, we got the Jeep 38s and Jeep 40s that they ran.
We had the SD9s from Walther come in and leave right away.
Came and went, yeah. Of course, scale trains in the SD 40-2 run. That was nice.
Yep. Got some tank cars. Corn syrup tank cars.
Yeah, corn syrup tank cars from Atlas now. All the flavors there. Of course, one they marked as corn syrup, but it says molten sulfur on the tank car. So be aware.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not pouring that on my pancakes.
No,
No.
No, that wouldn't be any
I don't
good.
want that in my Pepsi.
No,
Wouldn't
thank
be
you.
any good.
Wow.
Other than that, it's just kind of been plugging away, getting our computers are finally starting to talk together better. So we're loading new to the website products anyway right now. So that's been good.
Oh, yeah, you got some new Atherns out.
Yeah.
Locomotives, right? Some tunnel motors.
Tunnel
some
motors and the
splitters.
switchers and the ready to roll lines are out there.
So yeah, so that's pretty fun getting caught up on some of that and some new digital, right? We
Oh
made
yeah. Yeah. Mike did a lot of
soundtrack.
work and got the soundtracks and the digitracks pushed out to the website. So that's
Cool.
awesome.
That's exciting for us. So it's something new out there
We're
for
now
people to look at. So,
working on the ESU line.
Yep, that'll be next to go out there. So got a little bit of work there to figure out with the sound files, but all doable, right? It just takes the effort to get it done. So
Wow.
That's right.
And I do see the
that's pretty
posts.
exciting.
Yeah.
You guys post that on Facebook as new stuff hits the website. I see those posts from time
Yep.
to time. So yeah,
That's right. We
make
don't
sure to follow.
we're not very creative yet on it, but we like to post the pictures of what's kind of gone out there. So yeah, just any ideas out there from anybody, just let us know.
Well,
We'll try to
yeah.
figure out better ways. We
Yeah.
had a lot of fun with did you see the post that went out on the display cabinet?
No, I think the last one I saw was somebody working in the shipping room.
Oh
But,
yeah. Yep. We had Danny had his son in
Oh.
helping that day. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So Jeff
He was
got
helping build a box fort.
Yep,
Yeah.
box fort. That was pretty fun. Display cabinet though.
Yeah, I
reloaded.
finally
so that was
reloaded the
pretty fun.
HO display cabinet. Mike
Oh.
took a picture and that got people excited. They like that. So.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. Looking
That's
through the
very
display
cool.
cabinet. It's funny side story on the display cabinet. So Jeff will go through and pick some random paint schemes, right? Different things that we have on the shelf and put out there. And it's just almost guaranteed every time we get them out there, Jeff gets them labeled. The very next sale
Is that
out of the display cabinet.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It happened. It was
Yeah.
a Canadian Pacific.
It actually
Yeah.
happened before I even labeled it though. So we'll take
Wow.
that for a win.
Well, that was pretty awesome.
Wow. That is so fun. That big cabinet, the one that's got two sides that's there across from the cash register
Yep.
area is so
Yep.
fun to sit and look at the lines of locomotives. Neat stuff.
It is. It's a good eye level. That's what I
Mhm.
like about it. It's not, you don't have to look down or anything. I
Yeah.
really like that when I first saw it. I know they brought it in several years ago and set it up. So it's
Very
fun.
cool.
And there's always unique things in there that are not for sale because they're part of Dad's collections.
Yeah.
Out, so it's kind of fun. So
That and at the other one, at the actual cash register, all the old stuff. I always love looking through
yep.
all that old
All the
that's
old-
on the
Yeah.
Some of
Yep.
the really cool old Athearn boxes and
Yep,
stuff that are
yep.
there. So yeah, that's awesome.
Speaking of Athearn, I got some new stuff
Yeah,
Do
let's
ya?
see it.
to share with us here. Is it there? Are we on? Do we see it?
Oh
We
man,
do.
I love it.
That is, I think that's August of 2021. And that, of course, is California Zephyr snaking through Byers Canyon, which if
Man.
you've never treated yourself to that chase from the west, you can chase from the west portal down through Granby, through Byers there, out to about Kremling when they head into Gore, that there's no roads that follow there. But boy, I love that chase. And that's from morning in August of a few years ago. And there's a couple of P42 DCs in a new scheme that Athearn is doing. I was surprised. This was the stuff announced just in the last week. These P42s, as you guys know, have been hot sellers. This is that upgraded model that they retooled and brought to the Genesis line. And this series of stuff has got a lot of neat things, including that first there on the left. I didn't realize of the phase fives, the different shades of blue.
Yeah, I didn't either until they did it.
Yeah. That top one, it says phase 5 low wave, which I kept looking, trying to decide, well, which wave on the blue is ducking lower on it, and it's the same. I don't know where the low wave. I'm gonna have to ask Janik or somebody at Athearn what that refers to. But yeah, the two different shades of blue, which you can kind of see there. That bottom is maybe a little more turquoise, and the top looks a little more like kind of like a flag blue. That those are coming. Then the latest Amtrak was at phase 7 at the bottom in the center there with the red nose, the light blue back, and the dark blue band sweeping over it. And I've heard there's only a handful of P-42s repainted to that at this point. So the numbers they're doing is like a good percentage of what's really out there. I've had a couple pictures sent to me for diesel era consideration. I'm running one of those in Model Railroad News to show that new scheme, but those are coming as a first time. And then a couple of the heritage locomotives above it, or the one heritage above it, and then the saluting our veterans, which I can't remember if they did that before. So much of this Amtrak stuff gets done in so many different scales. I start scratching my head trying to decide, but I think it may be new. No, it says return of the veterans unit. It's first time for phase 7, which is that 82 there at the bottom center. And then the phase 4 heritage is in the center there is 164. And then back when they were new, I love that phase 3. And remember the early phase 3, the top right there, what those early ones were had kind of the faded, the bands faded out. That's coming out, as well as a phase 4 with Northeast Corridor is the one below it. That number 1 I actually saw, and I think it was the westbound CZ going into the Moffat Tunnel. And I didn't realize the number. They were new enough. I didn't know the number. It's like, wow, number 1. How cool is that? But that I have actually seen that one. But those are coming with Tsunami and DCC, LED lighting, and then standard DC2. And man, definitely get reservations and pre-orders in. Be calling them at Spring Creek, because this is the second or third run, and about every run as they hit, I always hear that they're sold out, and good luck trying to find them. So
yeah, it's amazing.
That's
such an iconic deal, though, is to have the Amtrak passenger train right on your layout. And, wow. I think it's cool.
Lots of new stuff there, though, and I'm excited to see that phase 7, the center bottom there, that latest, the new regular livery of sorts, I think. And then more Amtrak, Walther's Proto, the Great Domes are coming back. There's a phase 3. There's a newer Amtrak scheme. And then they're going to do this wrap for Ocean View from, I think this is a 2012 fall colors trip that was done out in the Northeast. This is a Matt Donnelly picture that he shared with Walther's. Matt works at Amtrak and is also a rail fan. How cool to be
that's cool.
working for Amtrak. And Matt, I think, is like the liaison guy for like when hobby companies need information or to check or approve when you see licensed by Amtrak. I think Matt's the guy they get to deal with. So how cool is that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But this is coming, and I bet the wrap work should be really awesome on that, because boy, the printing and things today is just eye-popping at times. And then Walther, have you guys got a bowling? Have you got a bowling alley in Deschler?
Well,
no. Not even Hebron. They lost theirs. But
Superior.
There's a few around still.
I've never been in it, but here in Plattsburgh, we do have a bowling alley. But as I drive by it, I can't believe it's got more than 2 lanes. I got to go in there because it's such a narrow building. But we're a town of 2,000, so 2 lanes may be more than enough, I guess. But I got to go in there and see it sometime. But anyway, this classic bowling alley is coming from Walther's Cornerstone in HO. I love the sign. It's worth having just to have that sign along the roadway would be cool. But
it's a neat building too, even if you turn it into something else.
Yeah, it could be a lot of different things.
A really neat corner building like that with the doors and everything.
Love those Walther's kits, and that's what a fun release there with the big ball and pins decoration on the side and that sign. But that's coming from Walther's Cornerstone. I had Jordan Smith at Rapido. They had shared this picture of the UP FA1 FB ones that are coming. And I said, wow, have you got pictures of any of the other road names? And he did. And so I've got more than what you maybe have seen elsewhere that he sent. But boy, this is sharp looking. They posted this on Facebook, and I saw someone say, wow, I'm now suddenly this big UP fan. It's like, absolutely.
Yep. The wings are just,
isn't that awesome?
That logo is so cool.
This is a later, when they first came out, the ends had wraparound armor yellow and red striping. And as you can kind of see there, these have the gray in. So this is repaint. And I'm trying to think what the other change was. Maybe it's Union Pacific Railroad to Union Pacific. But there's there's a good article in Diesel Era that I pulled a bunch of information out of from years back that kind of talks about the different paint on these. This little Great Northern, I think, is really cute in Empire Builder.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
And these early Canadian schemes are ones that I don't always think about, because CN, that the wet noodle black and red is about 1960. And then CP goes CP rail so it's like I never saw or remember these schemes, but the more I see of these like early Diesel era Canadian National, Canadian Pacific liveries, they're pretty sharp looking. That's
Yeah,
pretty neat.
Yeah, they are.
And
Super.
man, look at I love Rapido with the detail. Look at the seat in the cab and the green back wall. That is sharp. Lehigh in New England, kind of a lesser. I can't think of who else has really done very many models of that road. That Reading, I think, is sharp.
Reading sharp. Yeah.
Isn't that nice looking? And then Erie, just before Erie, Lackawanna. I like it with the big wings on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
But these are all, I forget when they're due. I think these are close to out. They're not out yet. You guys haven't gotten these yet, have you?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I think they're more mid-year. And then there's a couple New Havens are doing this. This is that earlier scheme. And then, of course, the McGinnis from later. But that's a first run for FA1, FB1s coming from Rapido and HO. Oh, and I've got a Pincy here with the train phone.
Wow.
Cato in scale, and I just got
it to the right scale. Good job. That's perfect.
Oh my
Perfect.
gosh. Yeah.
Perfect.
Here we go. New Catos, and I got to look at the box. Oh, it's in scale. It's such a little box. Where's my magnifying glass? AC44 CWs from Cato, and this is the UP Building America. And then there, I don't know if I have the exact number or close. I'm close. Yeah. There's one over in Atchison, Kansas that I shot last November with a little bit of weather to it. I thought this was really cool. They did this KCS to Mexico, and it's got the Bell Heritage like replacement section on the battery. That's kind of neat. And there's one that I caught back in 2021 over on the Kansas City, Kansas side. So there's a weathering project for you. I like look how the tops kind of burn, that gray's all burned off there, and then really dusted up there. But that's a cool livery to still see the gray around, but much different from fresh to well into service.
Yeah.
I talked with Matt Gadinsky at, he's Mr. Fox Valley Models, which will be the branding for these scale trains, the HO reissue of this MTH Norfolk and Western Class J484. What a beautiful, boy, of all the streamlined steam locomotives, this is a stellar one. There's 3 of these they're doing as are early and late era, and then the Spirit of Roanoke, which would be a contemporary restored. And he told me the differences on the early and late are the profile of the tender changes a little bit, and then the side rods, there's like an alligator something, and I don't know my steam that well, so somebody will know this better than me, is different on the side rods for the late version. So a couple of different toolings involved in the run. There's three styles with a couple of different road numbers. New electronics on the inside. It's going to have, I believe it's ESU sound. And then the LED lighting, one of the things that Matt said will be changed is that little silver class light up there by the boiler face. You'll be able to toggle through green and white and off, which you couldn't do before. And then the cab light originally was on until you started moving the locomotive, and then it dimmed. That one was, I think they call it Rule 17 or something operation. They're changing that to make it controllable now. So the lighting features will change a bit. Still have a speaker in the tender, and there'll also be a speaker up in the boiler. So the whistle and bell and that stuff will have, sometimes if you're right up next to a model steam locomotive, you can tell the sound's coming out of the tender, and it'll throw you a little bit, but this will give you a little more space in the sound, front and back speakers. And then again, that's new for this run. And don't forget the passenger cars. There'll be this whole set, this beautiful smooth side obs. These are Pullman standard prototypes that were built for Norfolk and Western. These will be lighted, LED lighting, interior, the whole shooting match ready to go. There's coaches and a couple other things so you can put together a full set of cars to go behind it. But that should be really nice. I got a video that I got to finish editing and get. I've been busy this week finishing up July's model railroad news to get it ready to go into proofing, and haven't I recorded with Matt first of the week, and I've got some information I'll put out on my YouTube channel so you can find out more on both Class J and the passenger cars coming. And he says end of the year.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool.
That's awesome. I saw the models were out at the Rocky Mountain show.
Wow.
They're at the Scale Trains booth, so that's pretty cool.
They do look nice. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
eager
they
to see
do.
them.
Yep.
Aurora Miniatures rolling back with the SD50F and then also an SD50AF. Do you guys know this railroad? Dakota, Missouri Valley, and Western. It seems like between us, we ought to have some. Where is that?
I am not terribly sure where it is. I think it's up in North Dakota.
I got to do some digging for this. They're doing I assume it, obviously it's probably secondhand CN, but as I saw that, I'm like, wow, there's a road I don't know. That is
Yeah.
neat.
It's a pretty neat paint scheme too, with the gray and stuff. So.
Yeah. But this is announced by Aurora and will be out, I think, into the year, along with several other new things that they're working on.
Yep.
Jacksonville Terminal, I saw a lot of guys saying,
Prime.
those are going to go quick because that prime container, especially, apparently is popular. These are 53-foot high cube containers from Jacksonville Terminal Company in HO scale. When you think of Jacksonville Terminal a lot, you think N scale because they do so much in 1/160, but these will be 187. And as they do, they're, I guess you'd call it road accurate or container accurate or something accurate.
Yeah.
That they've got correct ends and placard placements and like door rod details. And these are coming in 3-packs that I think are supposed to be out around the middle of the year. And man, this release, I'm sure we talked about this, but I had more pictures. Man, this is probably maybe the release of the year at this point. Broadway Limited's Kinefec Union Pacific business car, HO scale, fully assembled, LED lighting. Your lighting will be controlled. There'll be a wand thing, the magnet wand type deal to change those rear view lights, the red and green lights over the back there, the interior lights. This is going to be an amazing model. And I've had more emails and more questions on it. So I thought we'd hit this is what they kind of call the generic or the more common with just the shield in place of the drum head. The 4014, if you've gone out and chased 4014, this is probably the drum head that was on there. And the round drum heads will be illuminated as well. From George H.W. Bush's funeral train. There's which I did see that in Kansas, I think going back afterwards after it had been down in Texas, but that will be one of the releases. And then the Spirit of the Union Pacific for the 1943 really will be another. Nice. But man, this is going to be an amazing car. It's a great price. I think it retails for like $125. I'm not sure what you guys have it priced at, but I've already heard several of the distributors, wholesalers have upped their orders on this. I think it's going to be really popular.
Yep.
And what a beautiful car and a great price.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's an amazing car.
Excited to see that. And I think it's next year. I think it's spring 2025. I think so, yeah. And then this is the latest run of the River Rossi HO scale big boy. And for this run, they did a new tender, oil tender for the first time. And I like how they molded on and I've got it sitting right here because I just finished working on the review. But those hoses and everything you see when it stops for service or all the maintenance they do to it. But that's a new tender for this run. And then I love they also did there's holes in the front pilot's there for an American flag and the Utah state flag from the one run out that way. And then this is the first time River Rossi's done the chalk big boy on the side. The box is a fantastically huge giant box with UP Steam Heritage Edition.
That's awesome.
3 feet long. I've got it sitting here. It's really cool. But that's out now, DCC sound, and pretty limited on availability. And like the tenders I've heard are almost they did a short run of those by themselves, but disappeared quickly. So, but look for that. Justin Sobeck, my one reviewer over in the St. Louis area, tipped me off to this, which I didn't know. You know, that's the first time the Death Star livery has been done in N scale on that SD40 dash. This is Broadway Limited's, but
Broadway Limited, yeah.
yeah, I would have thought somebody has done that before.
Yeah.
But he said it's first time in for that. That's an XBN that
think that-
Illinois Central picked up.
I know I'm the N scaler here of this group, but that's one of the coolest things about Broadway Limited in the N scale market is they do bring out a lot of those paint schemes that have not been done
that you don't
in the
see.
N scale
Yeah.
market. Yeah.
But it's a sharp looking locomotive, and IC's 6 axles are such a wild. I mean, what they own legitimately, they had like some prototype SD40s from GM&O Heritage. They bought those long fuel tanked SD40As. They did buy a couple of SD40-2s in the mid 70s, but that was about it. They really didn't have any regular SD40-2s until picking up all those Rock Island ones in the 80s, and then they got a couple of helpings of these Burlington Northern units. They kind of served them late era, but it's a really nice model. In the sound, it's a Paragon 4, and there's the cord for the Rolling Thunder setup. It's got fiber optic or the clear lenses to feed down to the ditch lights up front, but that's new from Broadway Limited and in scale. And there's a sharp model.
Nice.
My friend Pamela helps me with photography on Model Road News, and she was doing these, and I label and mark what the stuff is, and I said, you know, Death Star SD40-2, and she's like, "Is it really Death Star? What do you mean Death Star?"
That's
And
awesome.
I said, yeah, you know, Star Wars.
Yeah,
It's
Star
not. It
Wars.
doesn't say Star Wars on it, and I had to explain the whole, you know, Death
Yeah.
Star, and then she didn't seem all that impressed. Like,
Oh,
you
what?
trained. I kind of got that. You train guys. Like, I'm disappointed. I was thinking this was some kind of like Star Wars locomotive, and now it's like, it's just that weird
Yeah.
train stuff.
Another
Yeah,
train.
just another train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
oh well.
I
And
get
one-
that at
Oh
home.
yeah.
I wanted to wrap it up here. That new Rapido boxcar. Shout out to our friend Michelle Kempema in the Colorado Model Railroad Museum out there in Greeley. Has an exclusive run of patch. That's their railroad, isn't it? The Oregon, California, and Eastern. Is
That's their railroad. Yeah.
that fantastic model railroad? If you've not been out there to see that museum, and a lot of people I know vacation in Colorado in the summer, man, you got to go by there just to see the HO layout. It's so cool. And this is an exclusive run of patched SP boxcars that they have now. And I think that's cmrm.org, and go to their gift shop and pick one of those up if you're a collector. I'm always they do special runs of various things, and I picked a number of things up over the years. They're kind of neat and unique pieces. But
Yeah, that's
that,
Yeah,
cool.
they
You know,
are.
that's definitely one spot we talk a lot about with customers as they're driving through, right? If they're on vacation out this way.
yeah.
Well, if you go a little bit farther, right,
Yeah,
there's
really.
an awesome layout in Greeley to go check out. So
Did you say she had an event or something coming up, or was there?
yeah, this
In-
fall, right?
In the fall, yeah.
Prototype modelers meet.
Yep. She's
Oh,
starting up a prototype modelers meet there in Greeley.
Yep.
all right.
So we'll
Wow.
be a vendor out there for that. So
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
I
whoa,
think
wait,
we're
wait. You're going to be a vendor. This is a prototype modelers meet. This is your opportunity to show off what you can do in scale, to wow everybody with some amazing models. And you're going to go there and be a vendor? Come on, man. What are you going to take? What are you working on that somebody will walk up and go, man, I wish I could model like that? Oh,
Is that a
oh,
nothing?
that's enough.
oh,
That's nothing.
man. Well, let me get.
I was
let-
thinking I've actually been working on
Let me
some
get
sound.
started. I'll get
I know.
started on
Let me open
weathering
a
up
box.
something. Yeah, yeah.
I got a box in my collection somewhere I have not opened. I can do that and say, here's my model.
Oh, there you go. There
But
you go.
that's about all I got.
That's
I'm
awesome.
finally actually getting I got a couple on my plate, but trying to do some sound installs for some customers, and that's maxing out a lot of my capabilities, but it's coming around. So
All
Jeff
right.
comes over and helps me out every once in a while. It's like, no, have you thought of this? No, I did not. We should try that.
Oh, that's awesome.
right?
Yep. Exactly right.
That's good. That was good, Tony. So, but yeah, well, it'll be a fun meet. Go out there, check that out. We always enjoy going out into Colorado, and I got family that lives real close there to Greeley. So if I don't know, we're double booked, so I guess we don't really know who's going where that weekend, but it's too far out. It might be, but I think it's a Texas show and
Me Temple.
in Colorado show. So
busy.
yeah, busy. So I guess we
What,
already talked about Dad in
Yep.
South Bend, right? But
where are you guys
myself
headed
and my
next year?
son are going to
Maryville.
Maryville, Ohio. Sorry, I was thinking
Oh.
Columbus, Ohio. It's the Columbus, Ohio area for a N-scale show here on the 18th and 19th.
Oh, cool.
We'll be out there for that. And then the next big event that we got is going to be on the 25th of May here at the store. So Memorial Day Saturday, we're going to be just hosting a sale here at the store. So be on the lookout for some more information on that. But we did that Deschler Express, we called it back in December. So this will be something similar to that here on the 25th of May. So
Oh, cool.
and all of us will be here, right? So
Should be.
Mom,
Oh,
Dad, Jeff, and I will all be here. So
how awesome is
definitely
that?
come.
May is definitely the slow month for train shows.
Yeah.
Mm.
So definitely come check it out if you're in the area. Come stop by, drive through. We'll just have a bunch of different things going on in the store. So
Really awesome. And it's not 110% official, but Jim Wiggin from Athern and myself are looking at doing a special announcement that Athern has in June at Spring Creek Model Trains. And
that'll be awesome.
we will know more soon and watch for details on Athern's site and such. But we had a meeting this week and we're closing in on a big announcement of 2 items that I wish I could say more about, but wow, they're going to be very cool.
That's
And
awesome.
Spring Creek will get the world debut of them.
Well, that'll be awesome. That'll be
Wow,
cool.
all
We'll
right.
put the studio to use here at the show.
Yeah.
Store again.
Absolutely.
I love it.
So that's what we got
Those are
going
amazing.
on. Yeah, that's our late April edition.
Late
Yeah,
April.
our April,
early-
our April, early May. So we're just
okay.
a
We're
little
gonna
bit
count
behind.
this.
We're going to
This
count
is
it.
getting
We got to count it
April.
as April because we've
Yep.
not missed a month since we
right.
started a year plus ago. So yeah, we're rolling. So we got to come back around, and maybe that around the weekend where you got the 25th.
Yep, we'll do something right before that. Maybe have a little more of what's going on here at the store that weekend.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
talk about that. So I'll be looking forward to that, seeing everybody come by the store, right? And or hit us up over the phone or email that weekend and go from there.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Be on the lookout on the website. So a lot of
New
new stuff.
new things are going up.
Yep.
Working on the 90 and 80 max right now. So
Yep.
Cool.
So
Cool. Well,
new
good.
stuff to our website.
Good to see you guys. Maybe I can get up there in late May. Maybe we do the show from up there. If I'm up there the latter
Man,
part.
that'd be awesome.
that'd be all right.
Be back around in
Be fun.
June. I'm gonna have to break open my piggy bank if I come up twice in a month or so.
Well, yeah.
We got a new
here.
We got a new restaurant to treat you to. So
That's right.
I said that to Jim as we were putting stuff. I said, "Hey, that restaurant's open again in Deschler." So yeah.
Yep. It's pretty nice. We were just out there for some roasted chicken.
Oh
It
man,
was good stuff.
Good stuff.
Man,
So
sounds good.
another reason to come to Spring Creek Model Trains. So
awesome. What's the website? What's the phone number?
Website is springcreekmodeltrains.com.
Yep. And give us a call 402-365-7628 if you want to get a hold of us and see what we can help you out with.
Your own personal shopper.
That's right.
I can literally call her up and say, "Hey, I need this and this. Hang on, Tony, let me go see." And then they come back. Yeah, we got this. We don't have that number. We got this other number.
Yep.
Perfect. Put it on my shelf.
Yep.
There you go.
I was doing that today. I was upstairs. I got a phone call from a customer. I was like, the computer says we don't have it. I'm pretty sure I saw it down there. I must be typing it wrong. So I grabbed the headset, run down there as I'm talking to him, right? And oh yeah, it's right here. I got my hands on it. So here we go.
That's very cool. Awesome.
Yeah, we all do that kind of stuff, right? We try walking around finding if we don't believe what we're seeing. So
that's right. That's right.
So,
Cool deal, guys. Well, great visiting with you, and we'll rebound here before the end of the month. So
that's right. Do it
thanks
again.
thanks a lot,
All right.
folks. Have a great evening.
Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.